Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I see we've got 20 viewers already, according to my stats here. Guys, I hope you guys are comfortable and you're going to enjoy spending some time with us. We are in a bitterly cold place. We'll switch on all the heaters and get going just now, and we'll do the necessary procedures and what have you. But before we even get there, I want to introduce you to a couple of new features, as I said in the title. So we're in South America, San Carlos de Bariloche over there, and we're going to fly down even more south. So I'm going to try and do a bit of a sidestep somewhere there in the middle as well, just to see how it handles now and things like that. So you guys are welcome to stick around after I've shown you all the nice to haves, but also I won't hold it against you if you guys need to run. So before we go further, I just need to get my ducks in a row. Hello Robert, hello Scotsman, hello EW. Uncle John, can I move to live on air so I can get the push to talk going? Thank you. Mac, you're joining me? Alright, there's Mac. Hello Mac. Yeah, well, it's good because then you can help me if I slip up on something. Anyway, Zyrek and Steve, welcome and happy birthday to me too. Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Just to show you what it looks like outside, there's Uncle John. It's cold. It's really cold. There's some snow on the ground there even. So we'll get there. We'll show you the rest now. Okay, so what are we talking about in terms of new features? There is basically two small little things I want to show you, and this is basically following up on one of my last streams. At the end of the stream, I quickly ran through a couple of changes that Zebo made. So I'm going to quickly lay the groundwork so you guys get some understanding of what's going on behind the scenes, and then we'll take it from there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my output FMS plans folder. You guys should know by now that's where we save and pick up on the FMS, the actual flight plan, as well as our weather file, the XML file, where Zibo then extracts all the wind information for the uplink. All right, so currently I've got two different flights in there. I've just made this flight. I want to quickly show you something else. Hang on, I'm not even showing you. There we go. Click. There we go. Right, so this is my output folder.
Fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Right, what I was just telling you about, these are my FMS flight plan files and the XML to extract the wind information from. All right, and what I want to do, like I said, is the groundwork. You need to keep this in mind. I just quickly want to go and grab my Navigraph. The reason I'm mentioning this is just basically a recap for the guys that haven't heard it in a while or don't remember, or whatever the case may be. Or if you are new, then you'll know how I do my flight planning. I always do my flight planning in Navigraph. Okay, you don't have to do Navigraph. You can go straight to SimBrief. What I then do from Navigraph is I go into my VA website, and then the website talks with the API on SimBrief side, exchange the information, the calculations are made, and the information is sent back to me. So at the end of the day, I still end up with a SimBrief profile, and I can use the SimBrief downloader to get my information, my flight plan, and my XML file. And just to show you guys, there is my SimBrief downloader. We're going to use this as well. So you guys must obviously just take what you need from what I'm telling you and leave what you don't need, because I know not everybody is involved with the VA and things like that. Okay, so that one is there. Now, one of the reasons I use Navigraph desktop charts to do my flight planning with is because when I export and I choose the Explain 11 format, I actually get the FMS format, and it will include any pre-configured runway and SID star, any transitions that's available that should be in there, as well as then, you know, the runway information. that goes on the other side. And that's the reason I use Navigraph charts. Okay, so that presents me with a unique thing where when I do my export like this, and you guys obviously can use the same tool, it's available there on their website. I've now exported my files, and now you're going to see 3 files. So that one is the one that I get from Navigraph desktop charts. You'll see it does not come with a 01 at the end. The SimBrief one comes with 01. Now that one coming from SimBrief does not include the runways, the SIDs and the stars. Okay, so I just go and I delete it. I don't care for that one. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it, and by doing this I obviously now give the Zebo mod the ability to import the flight plan and to also read the XML file and extract the necessary wind information that we need. Okay, so this is the background to what we are going to show you now. Next thing that we need to do, GPU is connected, is just get some life in the aircraft. Just want to run through the basics, and then we're going to go to our EFB because there is a setting that you need to set there. I'm also briefly just going to recap on some of the previous settings for the guys that did not see the previous stream. White, there we go. Alright, so it's rather cold. It's important to get the window heat going. As you can see, we could hardly see through. Now it's starting to heat up a little bit. It's going to take a wee while to just get through there. Get some light on the subject here. Simple starting routine. Okay. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, sorry, I was supposed to tell you, the change log is in the description below the video. So just click on show more and there's a whole thing in there. That's obviously where Steve picked up on it. Okay. But before we get there, pay attention guys, this is very important. Okay, so if we go to our settings, it is very important to go to your general configuration, and you need to set flight plan save format to FMS. And remember, once you have set that, to click your save and save buttons. Okay, otherwise it will not remember. Alright, so again, you go to general config, you have to set flight plan save format for FMS. Alright, I'm going to tell you later how that works, show you as well. Right, that's the first thing that you need to do. Then in terms of the previous changes, if you go to display invariants and auto flight, what Zebo did was he changed the name of this setting. So to make it easier on the real world pilots and people who know it differently, you know, it was necessary to just change the role mode description. So just bear that in mind. That's something I mentioned on the previous stream as well. So bear that in mind, guys. Okay, so those are the basics. Then what we need to do is go to our FMC. And here's where the fun starts. So in our FMC, I'm just going to quickly grab our position first, so we have some reference and we don't get an error later. Now what you can do is you can go to the index page. You can now go to nav data and flight plans. And there is a list of your recent flight plans. Mac, are we talking about 10 different plans it can host, or what was the number you gave me? Okay. Okay. One of one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So, right. Okay, now that's fair enough. Right, so just to bring the screen back for you guys so you can clearly see our flight is listed there. There's the previous one and the previous one. All right, so again, we've got all the different formats there. That one's for the winds, that's the actual flight plan. Okay, so what we can do now is we can just pick it up over there. we can go back to our route and we can simply paste it into our route. And activate. As easy as that. Oh, SK Sun, that's terrible. Sorry, thank you for telling me. Mac, you were muted. Okay, I'll quickly recap what Mac said. He said as far as Zibo is concerned, we're going to have to wait and see. The real aircraft can take 10 flight plans in that screen. And we don't know yet because it's not the feature isn't finished. Okay, so we can't tell you yet, but we'll have to see. Apologies.
Yeah, but I did note that flight plan page has got page 1, 2, whatever, so it's quite likely that if the list is longer than 6, if you go to next page, you'll see the next.
Yes. So again, if we go to flight plans, there's page 1 of 1, so it could become 1 of 2 or whatever, and then you can pick it up over there. Right, so as you saw, I picked it up. It was in my scratch pad. I simply clicked there into the company route and I activated it, you know, fill in the rest of the story. Now, in order for you, let's say that you built this is the second new feature, basically the save feature. Let's say that you built your own flight plan, right? We didn't import this, just pretend. We didn't import this, we created our own flight plan, it's custom ours, okay? So what you can then do is, at this point in time, you are allowed 10 characters, but we're hoping for 12, okay? If it works out to go to 12, great. If it doesn't, great as well, because basically what it gives you is ICAO, 00, or XX, so you can have a number, all right? And what you can then do is you can now call it ABC, that's the first 4 ICAOs, DEFG, that's your second bunch of 4 to give you your second ICAOs, and you can call it a 01, for instance, right? Once you have it there in your scratch pad, you can click on save and you can fill in the name, confirm the save, and when you go back and look at your flight plan folder, there is your plan. All right, so that is the second new little feature that Zibo has given us. Any questions? Or at least, can you tell me if you like the idea? I mean, does it tickle your fancy? Yeah, I think it's nice.
Mine, but I'm not going to tell you where my fancy is.
Yeah, no, rather not. Family show. Yeah. Guys, I'd like some feedback. Thank you for the guys that have given it. It's always good. Zibo, if you're watching, thank you so much as well. There you go. It's simple, but you have to remember, you know, the basics. You have to go to your settings and you have to change it to FMS. I can only imagine FMX will follow soon, but this is a work in progress, and currently it does only work on the FMS format. Okay.
FMX is broadly speaking just a Zebo format, and the code that he's created so far doesn't allow FMX.
Yeah.
The FMS seems to be, for me, it seems to be working great.
I want to quickly recap there for MFDC3. I did say it comes from SimBrief. There is the SimBrief downloader. The only difference is I don't use the actual flight plan. I only pick up on the XML file. Okay, so it's irrelevant how you get, whether you start with Navigraph like I do or whether you go directly to SimBrief. Ultimately, it comes from SimBrief. You download it with the downloader or you do it manually. It ends up here. The reason I did the recap here is because you guys still need to rename the files to have the same name. All right. If you now go and you go to your FMC, all right, you need to have a cruise altitude. Now, I just want to check my cruise altitude for the flight. I think I said it was 35. Yeah, so I'm going to put 350 in there. If you do not put the correct cruise altitude, obviously the forecast won't work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the forecast, we're going to uplink the data, and there's everything. It gives us the transition level, it gives us our levels, the winds, the QNH, everything, and we can just execute. Right. So this is the reason for me going a bit wide to recap and to tell you guys, don't forget this. This is the first basic steps. You have to get a flight plan, but it comes from SimBrief or Little Nav Map, Navigraph, desktop charts, whatever tool that you are using. Right, it just needs to get to the same format or the same name at least. Right, so the recognized format is a better way of saying that. No problem, MFTC3. I'm pretty sure you spoke on behalf of other people as well. A lot of guys will thank you for recapping that, so don't worry about it. I don't mind recapping. So yeah, there you go. Scotsman, cool feature. Yep. Dave, yeah, it's much easier to find the correct flight plan. You know, now you don't have to worry about spelling mistakes and all those things. Michael, hello, welcome. All right, other questions, guys? Shoot, don't be shy. I mean, I'm not going to be angry if you ask something, if you missed something or whatever. So you guys just need to ask. Talk to me. Okay, Christer, yes, that's a good question. Let me show you what will happen if you input the incorrect cruise level. So I'm going to go for 12,000, okay? So that's obviously blatantly wrong. We know it's wrong, right? So if we now go to the uplink, the forecast and the uplink, what will happen is it will only give us the relevant information. So the last or the lowest flight level that will be usable for the Zebo for the forecast winds is 100, flight level 100. So it will skip the others, and there you go. It only gives you the 100. So you have to be really careful that when you do this, that you actually put the correct flight level so that the extraction of the data happens correctly. You see, immediately you can see there, it's back in play. Oh, Michele, hello, welcome. Right, so that is very important. Are you guys happy? Does it make sense? You're welcome, Christer.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, Nico.
All right, okay. The other thing, obviously, that Zebo has been spending time on, I'm not sure if he is finished, but you know, we're going to give it a bash now during the flight anyway. Index, and that's offset. All right, so we're going to play around a little bit with the offset to make the aircraft fly off track, you know, a mile or two to the one side and, you know, to the other side. We're just going to see how it works, because basically in the past you had to have a starting waypoint and an ending waypoint. And the way I understand it now is it will actually use your current position as a waypoint and then calculate the offset from there. I don't know. When we set it up, Michele, remind me when I'm setting it up. Let's have a look. See, I'm not sure. I did not see it in the notes. The notes that I've given you is the notes that I have. So I haven't flown yet. I haven't looked at it. So it could be that he could have changed it. I'm not sure. Right. So I just want to quickly go back, and I obviously want to go and get my correct information. So nav data, flight plans, we're going to fly that one. I'm going to go to route to put it in there. We're going to execute. Right, as easy as that. Good, so let's just recap, make sure I've done all the loading correctly and everything is fine, and then we get going, go fly. That's done, that's done, that's done. That is all done. Okay. Zulu 25. Island, that's correct. Right, so we have 180 at 3 knots, so it's insignificant. Lots of fog, we can see that. Overcast, oof, that's low. 0, 0 and minus 0, 1, 1016. Interesting. Interesting times. Skyflyer, welcome, welcome. Anyway, gents, just a quick note. That really takes care of the gist of it. So if you came just to see the new features, that's it. Okay, you don't have to stick around. You're obviously welcome. Now we'd love to have you here for the rest of the flight, but just for the record, you don't need to stay. The offset is not a new feature. The way it works is a little bit newer, so you're not going to miss much if you don't use it anyway. So just bear that in mind. Right, I'm just quickly getting my checklist here. Krister, you'll be proud of me, sir. I'm actually bringing up my checklist here on the side. Just need to make sure I get to the right page now. I'm getting there. Yes, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I just need to quickly get my bearings, guys. Just give me a second. Okay, what I'm going to do is I will do the pushback before I call the de-icing trucks. Okay, we're just going to do it that way, just to make sure that we do it out in the open and not too close here to the terminal. I'm not sure where these guys would do the de-icing for real, so we're just going to improvise. And there you go. There's our flight plan with a go-around. Yay! Alright, we're not going to do a go-around if we don't have to. Yes, sir. Yeah, I haven't played with it since the last time me and Zibo, and in fact, Twixter was on stream with us there in Las Vegas where we did the tests and stuff, so... You know what? I forgot to set my QNH 1016. 016, okay. Right, our reserves 3.1. I'm going to use 40 today. By the way, if you haven't noticed it, gents, the CI is now implemented according to the actual aircraft graphs and stuff. So if you've noticed the performance difference, that's the guy that changed. Obviously influencing, you know, all the rest down the line. So just bear that in mind. Thank you, Sander. We're going to do our best, Krister, to get the offset to work. It should work. So we'll see. Right, though. Okay. Takeoff. Nope, I'm going to leave it as that. And let's just run that at about 32. That's good enough. We want to climb fast. That's cool. Right, we're going to take flaps 5. And we are going to tell the runway that we do have an icing condition. We're not going to do cutback today. Let's just redo our V speeds. Forgot to do the other one last. Okay. Hello, 737. Right, so 525 and 147. Linda's not with me, so I have to do everything myself. Right, so that all checks out. $525 approximate. Right, I think that takes care of all of that. Let's get our APU going, close the doors, call the truck and get going. Seatbelt signs.
Captain Hatchcom, the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt.
Ground to complete. Tau is driving up.
Flight attendants prepare for departure. Cross-check and all call. Thank you.
Hello, Mohammed. Okay, Uncle John, I'll have a look where you are just now before I actually do the push. Right. Okay, I'm just quickly reading here. What I'm going to do is I am going to literally keep the APU running. Let's quickly see. APU. Switches. Okay, no, I've got it. Okay. Winter ops. Right. Okay, so that's in place. That's all in place. GPU can go off.
Release parking brake.
We shall do that soon. Let's quickly get the aircon going here. Get the passengers comfortable. Right, okay. So I'm going to wait until we've finished the push. I'll do the start up and then we'll run through the FCOM checklist over there. Hello, Kent. Yeah, Zibo's busy. Right, okay, so switches can come on. Let us send our crew on their merry way. Quickly change the Skymatix livery anyway, so it will remember next time we're here. Then let's send them away. Ground handling. Drive away, or let's see where Uncle John is at. Right. Kevin is kind of parked where I wanted to push into. Let me go ask him quickly how far he is. Kevin.
Oh,
Yeah. How far are you, sir? Because I need to push.
I just heard you, Nico. Let me have a look outside. I just heard you.
Starting
go.
number 1 engine.
Look, I'll wait for
Yeah,
you.
you
Don't worry. I'll wait for you.
No, you can push because I've only just come, Nico, and I've still got to do a lot of setup yet.
Okay, I'll have to redesign my push then because I literally pushed into where you're standing. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll make a plan. Okay.
All right, mate.
That's interesting. If you follow the lines, it was a bit of a zigzag. It was such a beautiful line to push into that position. So you're going to have to redo that then. Better push back. Terminate. Thank you, Kent. Appreciate it. So we're going to sit here for a wee while now. Are you now terminating, sir? Yes, there we go. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying to keep my collar from scratching on this cable for the microphone. But it's not that easy. I do apologize. If it gets too much, I'll have to take the shirt off and get rid of the collar. No worries, 77. Not something I walk around with, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
Start planner. Pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first.
Come on, get in your car and go, man. Bye-bye. So I'll have to call him again. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we'll see what the rest of the day brings, eh? Check how nice I made this. Ah, you know what? Look. I'm missing the guy. I'm missing him. Just look. I'm actually missing him. I'm actually missing him, so I'm gonna still push that way. Again, for sure, we need to still look at that. Alright, okay. I'm now taking this fat chance. It looks like I'm gonna miss old Kevin there. Kevin, looks like you're safe, mate.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay. We should miss everybody now.
Start connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Right, we'll wait for... Wow, what is this thing doing? Is he drunk? we'll wait for setting the parking brake, and then we'll start our engines. So, Kevin, I'm glad you've got some time, because I'm going to hold you up for an extra 3 minutes after engine start, just because of the anti-icing and stuff. Uncle John, you better go. I still have to do my de-icing and everything. You're more than welcome to start taxiing. I'm taking runway 29, by the way. I don't know what you configured. It's wind calm, so anyone will work. You gotta be different. Go for it. Go. Go, enjoy yourself. Enjoy. Have fun. That's too close for comfort. Oh, we made it. Yeah, now this is in South America, so it is naturally winter there at this time. And yeah, it's crazy weather. I flew in here yesterday, and it was kind of similar weather, and there was more snow than now. But wow, oh, it's a story, man. Here in the mountains, this is I think the locals call it Little Bavaria, basically, San Carlos de Bariloche. I mean, it's very much like Bavaria in the mountains. You've got all the snow resorts and ski resorts. I mean, and everything like you would have there. Yeah, it's very similar. Gotcha.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Right, so let him do his thing. We shall quickly do our thing this side. Wow.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Yes, my mic is muted. Thank you very much. Chris, look in the show notes below the video. Click on show more. Then what you need to do is find the link that says my private hangar. Go in there, look for X-Plane 11 Zibo mod checklist. That's where the checklist is. This is our training checklist that I created when I trained the new pilots. So it's literally down to the step-by-step thing. It's meant for teaching the flows and teaching everything from the little bits right up to the best top of the range. Thunder.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My son just brought me my food. I muted the mic to say thank you, and then I forgot to switch it back on.
That's okay. I thought you might have been responding and not knowing to the folks that were commenting.
You have no idea. I've been talking here like a maniac, madman.
I don't know whether you replied to Captain Manu.
Oh yes, I did, and that was also during the other stage. Captain Manu, no, not everything has been implemented. Selective stuff. Just go play with it. You'll see which ones work, which one don't. D-Link is not the point of concentration at this point in time.
The one that does work is if you go in there, there's a request when getting the Atlas weather.
Yeah, let's do it while we wait. So if you go to D-Link AOC, you can go to requests. You can ask for weather. That one definitely works. So you can have SAZS in there. You send it and then you just wait for your reply. There's one other one that works, and that's the flight info. Right, so there's your METAR. Then the other one that will work is your flight log. So after your flight is done, the flight log, this thing is actually working. We use it extensively on IVAO when we do the IVAO tours because we need to log all these things. So yeah, that's definitely working. So in terms of the D-Link, those are the two ones that work. CPDLC, not a chance. Flight log and your requests, they work already. So Ivan. I think my de-ice is done. Yay, my de-ice is done. Right, so let's get back to that checklist. So it says there we need to wait a minute. So I'm going to start the clock quickly. Let's wait a minute because we want the de-icing fluid and things to dissipate a little bit, drain out, and then we're going to start our bleed switches again. Right, we're not going to do anything until that is done. Sorry, Kevin, I don't know if you're going to get past me or if you're still doing your de-icing or what, but it's up to you. Right. Enjoy, Ivan. Brum, brum, brum. There's 1 minute coming up now. Okay, Kevin. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to start my estimated timer there, ET timer, elapsed timer, I mean. Right. That's all done. That's all hunky-dory. So we get our engine bleeds back online now. We need to set our stabilizer trim. I'm gonna go the 2 or 3 turns. There we go. That's 25 roundabout. Engine ice both on. All right. Wing anti-ice remains off. We do not use that because we use the fluid, and then we're going to taxi with flaps up. Very important. Uncle John, I'll try my best, sir. Right, we're going. Okay, Joel, hello. It looks like... Hang on. Yeah, this is a terrible time to have this problem now. My calibration is completely out on my tiller. No, man, really. This is the most awkward, unbelievably stupid time to have this problem now. Hello, Fry Simulation. Hello, Tyrone. Welcome. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we've got control again. Oh, better it happens now than on TOGA, you know. Right, okay, so here we go. Let's do our thing. William, you can save your flight plan in the FMC now, and you can recall it via the FMC. So there's that. Hello, Steve, and thank you, Tyrone.
Just to add, William, if you do a playback of this stream after it's finished, the whole of the beginning of the stream was verbatim to the new.
Yes, that too. I don't have another computer to stream from. My laptop's running Linux, so I don't use Windows on that, and it's really small, so I don't have a second computer to run from. Krister, I think the answer is actually a format and a reload of the system. I just don't feel like doing it. I honestly don't feel like formatting and reloading, so I'll just live with the problem for now. If everything works out, I'll buy a new computer towards the end of the year, and then I'm gonna have to start from scratch anyway. Steve, no. You're gonna have to ask Matthias, the creator of that, but he said no. So unless he changes his mind, I don't think it's coming back. William, I'm on iVeo. We actually use iVeo exclusively in our group. Right, so we're getting closer. Yeah, I think so. For me to go through the effort of reloading everything and then doing it in the next 3 months again, I'll cry. I don't have the energy for that. Right, so back to our checklist. We've got our transponder on. We want to get the taxi lights off, landing lights on, strobes on, runway turn-off lights can come on. We don't need auto. We've got all the other stories set correctly. Right, so what we are going to do is we're going to taxi into position. Line up. Then we are going to do our run up. 30 seconds, 70% in one run up. Okay, Joel. I see the bot or something happened there. Something message was deleted. I'm not sure what that's about, but Chris, you don't put the flaps up yet. We'll get back to the checklist just now. I'll show you. Right, so we are at 0 degrees, and FCOM tells us over here, if you set your flaps, you're out of sequence. So we need to do a 70% N1 run up for 30 seconds. And that is to get rid of all the crap that's in the engines, and to make sure that we get rid of all the ice or potential problems there. Right, so let's quickly see. Once that is done, we hit our 30 seconds, we'll set the flaps and we'll take off as usual. Thank you, EW. I wish I was 25, promise. Okay, 30 seconds is up. So we're going to pull back, and we're going to go for flaps 5.
9 on runway 29.
And we're going to take off as usual. Right, and remember, because we used the fluids, we are not going to use the wing anti-ice. We've got about 45 minutes hot on the fluids. It rapidly decreases once you are in the air. So once you are in the air, you better start looking at procedures and anti-ice and all those things. So we'll have a look, see what happens. Kent, that sounds good, my friend. I'm open to suggestions. And Scandinavia Tower, I beg your pardon. Hello. Yes. How did your test go? Did you pass? Tell us if you don't mind. I mean, you don't have to, but it was nice flying with you. Thank you so much. I hope your test went well. Right, engine anti-ice, that was switched on before we started our taxi already. So that's part of what we do. And at this point in time, we are now going to just do our takeoff as normal. TOGA. We have liftoff. And Commander A. There we go. We're on our way. Not where we come from, Tyrone. No, we've got instruments, man. Look, we're going to climb out this low fog and visibility just now. Excellent. Fantastic. We'll be back to fly with you more. Don't worry about that. And there we go. Look how nice that is to break through those clouds. Wow. Flaps 1. And flaps up. I'll leave the engine anti-ice just for a wee bit more, just to make sure we get completely out of the conditions, and then we will switch them off. Looks like a beautiful day up here, man. Yeah, we don't miss that Santa fly-in, man. That is a must-do on our calendar. Right, engine anti-ice can go off for now. What is our altitude? We're getting closer now. Oh man. You won't believe it, guys, but in all the excitement to get going, I forgot my ACARs. I'll have to do a manual PIREP. I can't remember that Scandinavia tower, honestly. I just remember I had fun. Thank you, Krister. This is beautiful, eh? We're done, Uncle John. We don't need to keep quiet now. Now we can start to chat and have fun. I meant okay, Steve, not PK. That was a typo. I'll fix it, don't worry. In the PMs here. It's okay. There you go. 737, I've never landed a Boeing at Santa Barbara, only props. I've flown in and out of Santa Barbara a couple of times with the props, but not a Boeing. Yes, I heard somebody was calling Mayday engine fire or something. And you know, the fun thing was I wasn't concentrating. I wasn't expecting it. So you caught me fair and square. I felt like a real idiot afterwards, but you know, part of the it's cool for the moment. Next time I'll be more diligent.
Somebody's mic is rubbing when they're
Mac, I'm trying to keep my line out of the way, and it's only me talking, so it's just me. This collar is, let me start over. This Logitech headset has got the stupid wire in the most awkward place, right where the collar sits. I'll try and lift it up higher. Right, okay, so we are going to climb to 350, and then somewhere during the cruise we're going to try that step offset. Let's see what happens. Tell you what I'm going to do quickly. I'm going to mute my mic, and I'll talk when I need to talk. You know, because then otherwise I'm sitting here literally with this stupid wire in my fingers up high.
And eat your dinner as well.
Yeah, it's cold already. I'll have to go and warm it quickly. I'll be back. Right guys, I'm back. I'm just gonna have my dinner quickly, but I'm here. Leave your messages. Shout when you need me. You're welcome, Kajal. Bye-bye, Kajal.
1,000 to go.
That's the correct format, eh, Mac? We want to go right 5 nautical miles. Or should it be right 05?
2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'm elsewhere.
Okay.
That's right. Mute that. Then back towards me. It's R and then the mileage.
Yeah.
And you can do 0.1 of a mile if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Do we still have to put the start waypoint? I thought the whole point was it needs to start at PPOS.
No, if you just leave it blank.
Yeah.
And put your destination on it.
Okay, hold a second.
Automatically includes present position.
R5.0. And the end waypoint is Irola.
Yeah, if you put it right with that. And now it will start from present position.
Negative. Nope.
Should do.
No, it's not.
No, he's just messing with the code again. He's still working on it.
I know he is. I just thought maybe it's already in a position where we can use it.
I haven't checked the offset in 11F.
Okay.
The last time I checked offset was in 11D on it. Okay, we'll have to do some double checking on that and report back to him.
Okay, let's do this. R05. Yeah, 0.0 is fine, it's good. Then we go. Doesn't even allow you to put Irola in there. Look, you can't even put. That's interesting. Okay, I was actually under the impression it was a bit further away along the way with the development.
It was. Right, so the start, it's not putting the box into the start. Wait.
Yeah, no, you don't get it.
Okay, we've lost all that. It was there, I can assure you.
I know. Okay, well, I didn't ask him if we can show it before the stream, so he probably would have told me, no, it's missing in action now. Alright, we'll do that on the next stream then, but anyway, yeah.
His last comment before he put this flight plan business in was that he's still working on the offset code.
I know, I saw he was still working on it, I'm aware of that. But because I saw other screenshots and saw what you guys were doing, I mean, it was working like you say, but it's like he removed some of the code or disabled it or something. Okay, well, whatever.
We need to report back to him. So take a screenshot of that, Nico, out of interest.
Okay, let's just go. Let's go to a left one. Now, look, there's a start now. See? There, the left work, but the right doesn't work. How's that? Look, there's your line.
Right, now go back and try a left. Change that, just change the top to right. You don't have to go back. Just do R again, or whatever.
Oh, but there it is as well. You know what might be the problem? I could have executed before I filled everything in. See what I'm saying? Fellas, thank you very much. Okay, so let's do this.
Right, just put the end one in again.
You want me to just put the end one? Okay, because we've just reached Irola. So that's EGEGU something, don't know. EGEGU. Index offset EGEGU. Ah, look, it's trying to make it now. I think what I did, I pressed the execute button too soon. I pressed it and then I expected it to still be open. See what I'm saying? And it, by executing it, actually closed the position. So, okay, but there is a problem. Look, there's 2 lines now. There's 2 lines.
Well, maybe that's the updating because it's current position, present position. So, oh, you've got one in. You've possibly got. That's activated.
But it's got 2 lines now.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's working now. Oh, I haven't. That was tonight's exercise when it falls down again.
Yeah.
It's too hot for me to stream it.
No problem. No problem. Steve, the whole point of him Zibo changing the code is you don't have to put the starting waypoint. That's the whole point of this fix or this upgrade, is it needs to use present position and then calculate from present position as if that is a waypoint. That was the whole point of the upgrade. That's why we don't want to put the start position.
And also he's been coding how the appearance of the lines appear. Yeah.
Yeah, the line needs to be white, then it needs to be dashed magenta. So right, all that coding.
Right, put it in now. Put it in now.
See, on the left, that's fine, and then
it's coming back now to the original track, and it does that beautifully.
Yeah.
There's before activation.
And there's after activation. So it's the one on the right that's a little troublesome, Mac. But also, look, it doesn't draw the line to start it from your present position. It turns the aircraft and it goes for it. But it's supposed to have a line from the aircraft nose, basically.
Right,
on the...
that was something that Zebo wanted clarifying. It has now been clarified by real pilots in a simulator as to how it should appear. And yes, it should. He was mistakenly believing that if you use present position, it started at B, but it doesn't.
See, I read some of the stuff that he talks about, you see.
It's a very good representation of realism, but it isn't quite, because the indication in a real plane, that line, the magenta line, is made up of long and short dashes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I watched those videos. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not complete, Christer. That's why we told you it's a work in progress. I just wanted to show you, you know, the basics of it as he's working on it.
But if you want to fill up a bit of time in your cruise, Nico, just say, and I can talk a little bit about offsets.
Okay, I think what you need to do is you start talking about offsets. I'm going to start prepping for the descent, because look, I'm at my top of descent almost. So you do what you do and I do what I do.
Are you happy with that?
I wouldn't offer if I was not.
Okay. Often, several pilots that we have in our development team don't fly a lot around Europe, and it's very rarely that they ever get an offset. But in my investigative nature of trawling around to get authoritative information, I discovered that most oceanic routes, i.e. the ones across the Atlantic, and I've no doubt the oceanic ones in Asia, because of the density of the traffic, 40% of the traffic that flies between the US and Europe flies with an offset, and pilots are allowed, without having to get ATC approval, to offset right 1 mile or 2 miles off track. And this is so that if another plane did something silly, that they're not going to cross paths quite so easily, because navigation is now so accurate in the air that it's quite possible that the 2 planes are programmed to fly a certain track, and they passing through altitudes they could hit each other. So now they deviate by 1 or 2 miles on those short tracks.
Thank you, Mike. Trying. I'm quickly answering some question here on the background, and then I'm back here. Let's see, we need to descend to 2,000 feet. That's 2,000, and we're getting back on track now. 362.
Just to clarify, Krista, as far as top of descent is concerned, you can still be doing an offset. The only criteria is that the offset is not done during any procedures around airports.
Excellent. Progress man. 4, 6, 7, 8. 800 kilograms. So we're landing at 64. There we go. Thank you, Steve. Right, okay, so that is all set. Prim and proper. Now, ILS, localizer frequency. 1103, 1103, perfect. Course heading 253. Hi. 253. Alright. Tyrone, I'm not sure if you're still listening, but thank you so much. Have a good sleep. Sleep tight. Speak in the morning. Runway turn off. Lights are still on. Oops. 35. If I didn't set that correctly, we would get the problem. And what is our landing altitude? It was silly of me to skip that. Okay, Uncle John. Yeah, at this time I don't have any orthos over here, so it's just default explained. Those things. It's interesting. I just want to mention this quickly while I'm thinking about it. The other night I was listening to Sasso and Alex. They fly for 2 different airlines in 2 different areas of the world completely. It's amazing how much the SOPs or the things they do or require to have done and be in play differs so much. And that's one thing I've learned with the Zebo mod. Just because a guy is a 737 pilot doesn't mean they do the same thing in his corner of the world than the next guy does. it's actually interesting listening to them because they sit and they debate. Yeah, but we do it this way and we do it this way, and then you have to make allowances both sides. Because otherwise you're just going to have somebody on the forum go, oh, no, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. But in any case, it's not that it's not working, it's just it works different. I don't think, unless an ATC gives you a shortcut on a SID or a star, I don't think anybody will take a shortcut that I know of. But again, it's just exactly what we're talking about. People do different things in different ways in different places. Here in Cape Town, for instance, in South Africa, there's a VOR and a teardrop. I have never flown a single aircraft, no matter what size, that anybody has ever done that published approach. They just don't do it. Everybody flies to a point and they get visual to land. That's it. I don't know why they bothered to make that approach and put it in the charts. Because nobody does it. And I can guarantee you, if it's IFR and they have to do auto land or an ILS, there's no ways anybody's going to fly that teardrop in Cape Town, ever. But it's there. Hi Antonio, good to see you in the room here with us. Rab. Hey. I've been concentrating on Discord, sorry guys. Sim Aviation, this version is a private beta internal thing. We haven't released it, and for us it is very stable, but the one component that is being worked on is the offsets, and it's not done yet. So you won't get it until it's done, or at least functional. So. Right, there's top of descent. You're getting close to land, Uncle John.
You'll not be far off, Nico.
You're getting close to land, Uncle John. And there I hear myself again. Let me get out of here. Sander, let's go back. Sorry, Thunder. It's stupid. I would have liked to just watch the video without going into the room, but, I forgot it actually moves you.
I realized after the fact as well.
It just kicks you out. Right, a bit warmer here. You would think it's summer. Wow, compared to the 0 we just took off at 1009 still. Much to see here. Yeah, that is a fun tour. Yeah, 737, I'm on the Arctic flying. But I tell you what, this couple of flights that as I have calculated it for myself, is going to take me down to Ushuaia, however you pronounce it, which is right there at the southern tip of South America. Let me show you. Ushuaia, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, you can see Ushuaia, something, right? So what I'm doing is I'm flying there. The next leg is taking me there to Punta Arenas, and then it's going to take me down there, and from there on I'm flying back to San Carlos, the Bariloche. So I just created a little, tour for myself. Now to go from there down to the Arctic, I don't know how it works, but I mean it's not that far. It's close. A couple of hours flying. Yeah, no, I like it. It's really nice. And if you fly in there at the right time of day and you get the sun and the dirt and the reflections and everything there, that's magic. It's a magic place. Thunder, the sad part about that is we had 50 people at one stage as viewers. So I don't know why they come and go so quickly. You can see the graph, it just goes up and down, up and down. The retention isn't that good for some reason. Maybe I'm too boring.
Not at all. Yeah, I did notice that, but I thought I'd just put that comment in there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, 737, that's my problem too. I think Aerosoft made scenery for it, so we must do a bit of investigation, see if we can come up with a plan or something, but I don't like flying. It's not really my cup of tea. This is about the furthest south I go. Looks like Uncle John has landed. The dome. You need Admiral Byrd to take you, man. It's possible, Krister. Yeah, Uncle John, I just hovered my mouse over your stream then. I saw you were on the ground. Did you have a good flight? Was it nice? Why? Why? I hope you guys saw that quickly.
Yes, sir.
She doesn't want to come live on camera, so the only way to get her was to put her in a photo in the background. Which way must I go? That way. See. Anyway. Right, let's pull. Speed brake a little bit there. Landing lights can come on. Seatbelt signs come on. Let's see. Right on. This feels like such a lazy descent. I feel we could have gone further in the straighter level and dived a bit more. Maybe I'm just stupid, but it just feels like we're floating down. I know the backs will like it.
Yeah, you'd almost be expecting 2,000, 2,500 feet per minute there.
Yeah, and we're doing 1350. 13. Yeah, if even.
I guess once you've cleared that mountain range though, you can just cruise down there, I suppose.
I suppose. Guys, I don't want to alarm you, but I just got a fright. I'm not saying
She left
anything.
you.
No, I'm not saying anything. Look. Shh.
Oh no.
Don't say anything. Oops. Did you see?
You're bad.
Did you see? Did you see? It's Krister's fault. Jose, welcome. Thank you. Oh, no, we don't. No. He who shall not be named. You saw. You saw. What's life if you can't have a bit of a joke, man? You're in that landing. I always fall short. The flight plan is in the description below the video, Jose. I was flying from San Carlos de Bariloche down to what do you call this thing? General Enrique Mosconi Airport. I'm not sure what the area is called. I'm not familiar with the area, but that's what the flight plan says. If you look at the map, so that's San Carlos over there, that's basically South America, obviously. Doesn't show you more than that, unfortunately. So we've gone from there just down to there, to the Atlantic Ocean side, and south, obviously.
To go. $2,500.
Okay, well, you're welcome. Thank you for taking a chance with us. Right, okay. I hope the mic doesn't make too much of a noise, but I have to let go of this wire now. Thank you so much. That wind's moving, eh? Look, it's not steady. Moving a little bit.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Approaching 2-5.
I'm definitely going to land manually. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to land manually. There you go.
400. Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums. 200.
We don't care, we visual.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
There you go. Seemed way less than 252. Just what I wanted to say. Anyway, is what it is. Let's see a problem. Anyway. Thank you so much. Here we go. We are here. Let's say runway vacated. Come on. Send. Go. Right, we are on standby. We don't need the weather. Flaps and everything is fine. Whatever. The heck? It's because the mouse is holding onto the view. That was interesting. Yeah, I looked way softer than that. Thank you, Krister. Thanks for joining and watching and chatting and all the input you give. And you have a good evening, sir. I'm Steve. I don't know much, but basically what it means is if you've got a route in the one direction, if you click the reverse button, it basically just reverses everything for you. You know, so how exactly it's going to work and how it's going to cope with different airways and things, that I don't know yet. That's detail we still need to learn. Hello, Case. Welcome. And thank you for subscribing. Welcome to this wonderful family. I'm sure you're going to love it here with us. Right, 1 hour, 5 minutes block time. Let's do that. Let me show you this other function for the guys that haven't seen it yet. We talked about it earlier, so let me just quickly kill here. And then what you can do now is we go to menu, D-Link, AOC, and flight log. Look at that. You see, now once you are proper in position and you shut down your engines and all, it will give you an in as well. Just want to check that the engines switch off. Right, let's get rid of those guys. And I think it's when you open the doors. No, let me just quickly do that. Use the S there. There you go. Yeah, see, now in is filled in as well. So if you need to do a manual PyRep for the Skymatix VA, for instance, like what I need to do now, because I was a silly billion, I didn't press the start button. You can literally go and you can use your fuel button. You can click on used and it will tell you how much fuel you have used. So I need to make a note of that. Alright, and the rest you're obviously going to get from your OFP, and then your times you're going to get from there. So easy peasy. Hey, take a screenshot. Okay, so yeah, well, that's what we do. It's the 737-800. So this is the Zibo mod, obviously, and we enjoy making her, and we enjoy testing her, and we enjoy helping Zebo make her, because he's the big spirit behind everything else. I mean, he's the master coder and all, and it's his baby, and we love helping him, and we love making this thing better and sharing it with you guys. So that's what we do.
Nico.
Yo, Antonio.
So that flight log, if you switch to route 2, probably it resets your departure times. If you already took note of them, you can try it if you want, just to see if it's been fixed in the last release.
I don't know. Will it work? Will the fault show itself if we change to route 2 now? But I mean, route 2 is blank in my system, so...
Yeah, you can just copy it.
Let's do it. Well, the whole route is now dead. I'll have to re-import it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Antonio, I'll have to come back to you on that one. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I already wrote it in the forum, so maybe they already know it.
Yeah, Zebo will read it. He'll sort it out.
Another thing is not working in number 10, in release 10, is to insert the route using just airways and let the FMC insert the intersection between them.
Okay, I think they fixed that one. That sounds familiar. A lot of work has gone into route 2, eh? I mean, the guys have tested the stuff in the real aircraft continuously. Come back, go again, come back, go again. So, okay. You'll have to test it again when 11 comes out.
Okay.
I think you'll also find that in the current climate, with everything now being done by GPS and waypoints, that airways, as we know in Europe, all high-level airways are all disappearing.
Oh, they're disappearing fast.
Yeah, so this airways intersection point business is an old style of navigation rather than a modern one.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, I'm sure he'll make provision for it either way, but...
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that the FMC shouldn't still be capable of doing it. I'm just saying it's a little used one.
I know.
So it's a feature that probably gets overlooked.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. Guys, I'm not going to fly right now again. I've actually got work to do. I just took time off work to quickly do this flight. That's why I started an hour earlier, guys, because it's 7 p.m. now. And it gives me a little bit of extra time to go and do more work. I just want to wait for our buddy there on the other side. EW, I seem to think that is you in the jet on the other side. I think you said something like that, or you were making a joke and it just went past me. I don't know. But whoever it is, we'll wait for you and then we'll take a final photo and we'll end the stream thereafter. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm glad we could show you some of the new stuff that's on its way.
Thank you for the stream, Nico.
Yeah, thank
Pleasure.
you very much. Very informative. And this other work, is this sort of late evening birthday celebrations?
No, unfortunately not. No, Mac. The amount of work that the guys gave me on Friday is just, it's piled up a bit, and because of Monday, me going off on a totally different tangent, I'm a day behind now, unfortunately. So you guys are welcome. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Nico.
You're welcome. It's always nice to have you guys here on Discord as well. It gets lonely when you guys are not here, trust me. I'm too used to you guys all being here. No, everybody disconnects. Thank you for waiting for the photo, guys. But anyway, we made it. Let me go offline then as well.
Russ, according to you.
Well, I'm in my scenery, so I don't know where you are. Anyway.
In the scenery.
Yeah, that's your problem, not mine. Anyway, thank you, Uncle John. We'll try again next time.
Bye, Nico.